Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Renata and this is the Twilight Stitcher. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. I really do appreciate it. So what is this video all about? I was just taking my time going through different color trends because every year I do create a color series, spring color sewing series, and while doing that research for this year I noticed all the trends kept popping up. So all the fashion trends kept popping up. Well, I just decided, you know what, since my spring series isn't going to start till like March, let me pull together some of my favorites that I've noticed into a video, and that's why we have this one here today. Now let's take a look at some of the trends that will be hitting the department store for 2019. I went through these trends and I picked out the ones that were most likely to make it into my wardrobe and my sewing room. Let's go from the top. First off, right where I started searching for colors and pattern pairing for my color series. So the first thing we're going to definitely take a look at is what color is important. Living Coral is the color of 2019, but the pink tones are definitely making a statement and putting their names on it for 2019 spring. So we have three colors that definitely is going to be big. They are Rose Dawn, Mellow Bluff, Candlelight Peach, and I think I missed one which was Pressed Rose, but I will, if I find the image and if I'm correct, I will leave it here for you guys to take a look at. Those are the colors that will be dominating your space. They will dominate the department store, handbags, accessories, shoes. Those are the colors that I kept seeing. They were the ones that popped up a lot when while I was doing my search. So bear in mind and take a good look at that and see if that's something you want to bring into your sewing projects, into your wardrobes. And I know that I am going to definitely be doing that because I actually have two colors that are really close to the Rose Dawn that I'm working on right now. I'm really excited about it. I think they're going to turn out great. They're just not colors that I usually work with, so it's going to be interesting to see myself in those new tones. I'm very excited about it, as you can tell. Here are a few interesting designs that will whet your appetite for the color. You will like it or you may not like it. We're all individuals here and we have that freedom to like and dislike certain things, but this is what I wanted to share with you all. The next trend, and I do have my cheat sheet, guys, it's just a reminder so I won't forget what I want to share with you all. Knife pleats are big. That trend is definitely epic because for me, I always loved pleated skirt. Knife pleats were the one that was really scary because they had to be exact, they had to be really sharp, and they also have to go all the way around you when you make your skirt. You have to have a lot of fabric to make those pleats. So with that said, what you've seen coming down the catwalk is pleats in different places that you won't usually see it. So they were on the blouse, they were on the midriff area, they were in different parts, and they weren't always just like a complete whole area. It was also in portions. So that is it's a very intricate sort of style right now. I'm not sure how that's going to make it into the department store and how they're going to bring it in for RTW, for ready to wear. So we'll see how that plays out. But for me, my plan is just to make a pleated skirt to tap my feet into the water with that trend. And I found a few pleated skirts from British Style here. They are, links will be in the description box. The other trend that you'll notice is lace, rounding, bows and ruffles. I put this in one category as delicate details. These details are beautiful. They're feminine. They are so fine. They just make your pieces look magnificent. So if you are a sewist that loves details, this might be the trend for you. Incorporating lace pieces into your projects, you know, add in pleats, add in ruching, ruffles, I mean flounces. This is your day to shine. If you're that sort of seamstress, this is the trend for you. And especially if you like that kind of thing, then make your name and stand out in one of the top trends for this year. I also found a few patterns that can help you, you know, get those creative juices flowing and get you excited about it. So one of them is this beautiful dress from Chalk and Notch. It's a PDF. I was researching also new pattern design companies, so this is the first time I've heard of them, and I'm definitely going to check it out. I do love the details of this pattern, and I think it's really a beautiful fine detail, so maybe you guys would want to check it out. Another one is Unlimited Thoughts. This one is the Matilda wrap dress. I thought it was such a sweet little romantic dress. It would work well for this trend. And then we have these two McCalls, which is McCall's M7898 and M7911. I did speak about M7911 in my top 5 pattern from their pre-spring, and I do have another video coming up with the ones that I actually purchased, so watch out for that video coming up shortly. So those are the, you know, the patterns that can definitely help you whet your palette, get you excited about this trend, and see if you want to tackle some of these in the near future. The next trend, you guys are going to be hearing a lot of next trend. The next one is puff sleeves. Puff sleeves are hit and miss with me. I have broad shoulders. I don't know how great puff sleeves look on me. Growing up, I always found that they were so tight and very painful, so I tried to stay away from them. I don't like enormous sleeves, you know, enormous puff sleeves, just totally wild. I feel like this trend is kind of a hit and miss for me. I might make something that falls in this category, but it will definitely be a tamed version. No way is it going to be just ridiculously puffy. I mean, we have to get in cars, right? We have to pass through doors, we have to walk by people. We don't want to just like, I mean, we all have our own bubbles, right? We want to keep our nice safe bubble, but with our sleeves, I don't think so. Let's see how this trend play out, and I'll let you guys know in some of my future planning if I found anything that is interesting that could meet this trend criteria and yet still be Renata. So that is where I am with that one. But I do have a lot of options for you if you would like to tackle it. Here are a few of the patterns. There is McCall's M7580, there is a Vogue 1518, then there's another Vogue V1573, as well as a V9295. These were the ones that I found that I would definitely consider. I'm heavy on considering like the 1518. That one is really cute. I think that would be a contender if I had to sew a puff sleeve. One of the other trends that is hitting it big right now is that crafty, artsy style trend, where there's a lot of tie-dye, there's a lot of crochet, macrame, pieces like that, which you can incorporate. Like I said earlier this year in my previous video, I'm trying to do new things with regard to my style. I'm trying to be a little more mature. So the artsy style, I don't know, it feels kind of juvenile, childish, but there are some really nice pieces. As you can see from the catwalk, there is some interesting designs that could possibly entice me to want to make them. Now, I like some of the crochet skirts that I see. I just feel like it depends on where you live, what you do on a daily basis, and how it actually can make it into your life. It's always cold here. I can't walk around with a crochet skirt. I mean, even when it's hot, some days it's like it starts off hot and then it's ridiculously cold. So you also have to weigh, you know, those things as option. What's going on around you and how do you spend your day. That said, trims, fringes, Western style. That is really big coming this year. The Western style has been around, at least for me seeing it, a few months. So I think all through the fall, winter 2018, the Western style has been big. If it's been longer than that, then I really wasn't paying attention, but that's when I really started to notice it. So I love Western shirts. I think they have the most unique set of details and they're just really funky. I think they're totally cool. I love that. I wouldn't mind making one of those, wouldn't you? I mean, I think they're so cool. The yokes always get me, and I'm hoping that if I do such a trend, I would definitely consider like the browns, probably green, and then I would go with similar shades. So if I had to do an applique or anything, it would be the same shade, so the same color family. Might be lighter, might be darker, so you can almost see that there's something going on, but you're not 100% sure. I love that sort of detail, that hinted detail where you're not exactly sure what you're seeing, but you know something's there. I think that's just like the coolest thing ever. I know I'm weird, I'm sorry, but I think that's a really cool. Now with Western trends, there are boots, and I can't make boots, but I would definitely buy boots, and I love them. I think they're so funky. Western boots are like the bomb. If they still say the bomb, can I say bomb? I don't know. They definitely rule the roost. Cowboy boots are amazing. They are pricey. Holy, they're pricey, but they're beautiful, and I think they put a lot of work into those boots. And last but not least, my other category. I've thrown in sequins in here, prints on prints, which I'm calling pattern galore, and neons. Neons are something that I may not be hitting for 2019. I might stay away from that. I'm still going towards that beautiful, subtle, muted tones. But the prints galore, I think this might be something I would love to tackle. I like prints. I love unique print details. So I'm thinking if I had to do this, it would be where I would have to find patterns that are dainty and then patterns that are bold, but they're in the same family, so when you put them together they look really nice and they're not too overwhelming or loud. I'm trying to stay away from loud clothing this year. I just want to see if that's a style that really suits me and if I can actually pull it off. So that is what's going to happen with my sewing projects for this year. But we've reached the end of the trends for 2019. I know I kind of ran through them. I went really fast. I felt like it. But hopefully you got an idea of the pieces that will be filtering down to your department store, and they'll give you an idea. For me, I like going to the store and trying on some of these trends to see how I feel with it, see how they look on me, and then I decide, well, do I want to sew these things? Then I start researching the fabric, checking out the contents. That's another thing I like to do, is try on the clothes and then read the label so you can actually see what the content is. So it helps you when you're buying your fabric, you know, especially when we're buying them online. Just knowing the content, knowing the feel and how it flows, and just the overall feel of it is really important, because that gives you the best opportunity to make the decision that is important to you, because you're spending your dollar, and at the end of the day, when you spend your dollar, you want to make sure that you don't have to return anything because it's not the right weight or quality. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I was just so excited to share these with you, and I hope that the video really helps you to figure out what's going on out there and how you can definitely bring it into your sewing room. I feel like sometimes just because we sew, at least for me, I felt like, oh, I can't really take anything from the trend, but that's just a silly way of thinking. Now I know I'm wiser, and I'm definitely using all the trends, all the resources that I have to create the wardrobe that works and fits my lifestyle. So hopefully these trends and how I've explained it really helps you to consider some of them, or find out what works and what doesn't work for you. With all that said, I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to click the subscribe button, follow the Twilight Stitcher, and I will meet you on my next upload. Bye.